We're with Todd Pletcher, who's running Violence in the Fountain of Youth. So how did he come out of his last race, and how's he been doing since?
Violence has been doing really well. We shipped him straight to Palmettos after his win in the Cash Call Futurity, and so far everything's gone according to plan. He's trained really well, and we've been focused on the Fountain of Youth as his first start back, and hopefully it continues to go the way it has.
So he won his first two starts on the dirt, and you decide to send him out west for the Cash Call Futurity. It's on the synthetic. What was the thinking there?
The main thing was the timing was very good, and we felt like the track at Hollywood Park, even though it is a synthetic track, plays more like dirt than most of them. So we felt like it was a little less risky than running on another synthetic track. It worked out well. He handled it great, and seemed to come out of it really well.
And tactically, how do you see that race? How would you hope in the Fountain of Youth? How would he run, and how would it play out? Because Majestic Hussar, he's going to be showing speed. So how do you think that he's going to play out?
Well, I think he's very tractable. He's been close to the pace when we needed him to be, and he settles when we've needed him to do that. So I think he's very versatile, and we'll just kind of, play out the pace scenario and see how quick Majestic Hussar and whoever else is going, how fast they're going. But I think he's the kind of horse that he won't let anybody sneak away on an easy lead, but he's kind enough he'll rate well also.
So now some of the other top 3-year-olds in your barn, obviously Shanghai Bobby, champion 2-year-old, 2012. How did he come out of his last race, and what did you think of that last race?
I actually thought he ran super. Unfortunately, it's my lucky day. He ran just a little bit better. I thought it was a great effort, first time off the layoff, and we're sticking to our original plan of going to the Florida Derby. Came out of the Holy Bull really well, but we kind of wanted to lay out a program that gave him some spacing and hopefully come into the Kentucky Derby as a fresh horse.
And Verrazano, since he ran, he's also been Coolmore bought a half stake in him as well. Has that changed anything? And going forward, any changes on the horizon, or pretty much sticking to the same pattern?
No, nothing's changed in terms of the management of the horse. The one thing that we've kind of decided in the last few days is that we're leaning towards his next start being in the Tampa Derby. Spacing-wise, running on March 9th after his February race is good timing. It gives him 5 weeks rest off a very fast race, and then it could put him in position to either come back in the Florida Derby or go to something like the Wood Memorial. So, we'll see. We always have the flexibility of changing our minds, but right now that's the plan for Verrazano.
And Revolutionary, who won the Withers last time out, was really impressive. He got up for a narrow win, and everybody seemed to be all the talk about, because it's such a difficult race. How did he come out of that, and what did you think about that race?
Well, he overcame a lot of adversity, and I was proud of him for that. It wasn't the smoothest trip, but unfortunately he kind of created some of that his own when he didn't break well, and that's sort of been his Achilles heel so far in most of his races. He's just not quick away from the gate. But he came out of it really well, and we brought him down to Palmettos afterwards. He's settled in really well. He seems to be acclimating without any issues, and we're thinking about one more prep. Just not sure when it's going to be, but all the possible options are out there.
Okay. And Overanalyze and Delhomme, they came out of the last time they ran was in the Remsen. How are they doing, and where do you think they're going to go?
Well, Overanalyze is doing really well. We've got him slated to go to the Gotham, so he's got a couple more works to go, but really pleased with the way he's coming along. Delhomme is a little bit further behind. He spent a little bit of time at Windstar after the Remsen, so he's a couple of works behind. Some of the other ones, maybe a race like the Rebel or something in the middle of March is probably going to fit his schedule.
And Kauai Katie, what is she going to be doing from here on?
Well, we're not sure what our next start's going to be, but we would like to start her in the Acorn at Belmont, which is a one-turn mile. So we're going to try to find something in between now and then to kind of set her up for that.
And you have Capo Bastoni now, and I know that he worked on Sunday. And what are the plans with him? And when did you get him?
We picked up Capo Bastone back in December, and he's trained very well. He's getting pretty close to a race, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, and we're looking forward to getting him started. And hopefully he can continue to do as well as he has been doing.